Greetings everybody, how you doing? This is the Starving Martian, and today we're talking about Inspector Gadget. Specifically about an Inspector Gadget show that you've never ever watched, largely because it was never ever shown. This is a promotional sheet we are looking at for an Inspector Gadget project proposed back in 2008. Now, this is a sort of thing. It was done up with some artwork to represent what the show was going to look like, and it would be sent around um, to um, to drum up interest in the show. So it'd go to different networks, different sponsors, and they would see who was interested in joining up with the show coming out. Now, Inspector Gadget has been one of my favorite shows since I was a kid. I was one of those not very intelligent children who honestly believed if they watched long enough, they would see what Dr. Claw looked like. I thought there had to be like a first episode where we found out how Inspector Gadget became Inspector Gadget, and I must have missed it, and if I watched the show, eventually it would come out. Unfortunately, now that I'm an adult and I actually own the entire original series of Inspector Gadget on DVD, I know that is not the case. But you know what? It's better that way. Anytime they try to show what Dr. Claw looks like or give Gadget an origin, it comes out horrible. Just look at the live action Disney movie, for example. And they're actually talking about doing another live action Inspector Gadget, and I'm trying to remain optimistically uh, you know, optimistic for the project, but thus far, outside of the original show, none of the revivals have been very good. I think the best one so far has been a TV show called Inspector Gadget and the Gadgetinis, and that didn't air here in the United States. It aired in Canada, possibly France, and I think that's about it. So, and it wasn't as good as the original either, but it wasn't as bad as some of the others. The current Inspector Gadget show, I don't know if it's still current, but the latest one, it was fully CG and everything. I tried to watch, got like halfway through the first episode, and that was it. Had to turn it off. It wasn't good, so I don't know if this would have been any good or not either, but let's take a look at what they're proposing. If you've stuck around with me blubbering on this far, here's the full image on the front of the card. You see it says new show, new look, and so there's a bit of Gadget there. They got his classic gray trench coat, which again is something that the movie did not get right, giving him a funny tan trench coat. How hard is it costuming people to find gray material? But anyway, he's got something coming up out of his hat here. He's got kind of a hooded expression there. His eye is kind of squinty. And I guess this is meant to be a more serious look for the Inspector. You know, this ain't your daddy's Inspector Gadget. In fact, up on the logo here, if I could get rid of the sun glare, you can see Inspector Gadget just standing there, looking all suave and cool for the eye in Inspector Gadget. He's not upside down on his head anymore. Here's the original Inspector Gadget logo. Well, a variation of it. But you can see he was upside down on his head, and they've taken care of that here. He's looks like he might have it together a little bit more, but the back of this assures us this is still the same old Inspector Gadget we know and love. So let's take a look at the back here, where we get a lot more detail on what this show was going to be. Alright, so right off the bat we have a updated G logo. We got Gadget here scratching his chin, reading the newspaper upside down. So we could be somewhat assured that they didn't give him a great boost in intellect. Again, you can see a little bit of an update though. The animation style, the little G on his belt there. But the basic costume is the same. Same color on the pants, shoes, tie, etc. Even has a similar brown gloved hand coming out, scratching his chin that we've seen. Here we have still being produced by the incredible World of Deke, and some names of people to contact if you're interested in licensing opportunities. Do not contact these people to license this show. I'm pretty sure that boat has sailed. We get a description here, and this is interesting. This would have been a completely unique take on the Inspector Gadget formula. It says, "Wowzers! The world's dizziest digital detective is back. The ultimate crime fighter is on the case. Inspector Gadget is leading a new team on a top secret mission. Ghosts have invaded Metro City." That's right, ghosts. Alright, so we have Inspector Gadget meets Ghostbusters sort of thing going on. I do not know how that would have worked out, but the brand essence includes bumbling crime solver / ghost hunter. He's charmingly inept, quite like myself. And he has an amazing array of gadgets and gizmos. The target audience is boys from 6 to 12 and collectors. That last bit really intrigues me because, well, you know, I'm a collector. I'm a collector on a budget, but I'm a collector nonetheless. And it would have been great to have some Inspector Gadget merchandise floating around out there. There's not a whole lot, and what there is tends to run really expensive online. So we get a shot of Gadget here. We have him again with his classic mallet pulled out. A bit enlarged, exaggerated. Here he is with his Gadget skates. And interestingly, they don't seem to have given him those inline skates that they usually do in modern interpretations. And, let's see, here's the rest of his crew. It's about as clear as I'm going to get into my camera. Okay, so it mentions that he's leading a new team on a top secret mission. So this would have been his team here. And it's hard to make out a lot of the details. You see Gadget front and center. A bunch of his gadgets are taking up the prime real estate here, but we see that his gadgets tend to be updates of his classics. Here's Gadget Mallet, updated Gadget Handcuffs, Gadget Fist with Gadget Brass Knuckles, okay. Gadget Hand, and we see who would have been some of his other teammates. Here is clearly a more grown-up Penny. And all his teammates are dressed in the same gray trench coat as he is. And the other characters I couldn't begin to guess at. We have this guy up here, African-American gentleman with a gun held up. Older grizzly guy with a big drill for a hand. And some goth-looking kid down there, also with a gun. Who these characters would have been, I couldn't begin to guess. They're not mentioned by name. But that's all we have. This is the entirety of the information we have on this television project, which never came to be. And I'm intrigued. I would love to know more about this, but I also have to say I personally don't believe the ghost hunting angle would have worked. It sounds like it would make a good episode, but not the basis of an entire series. Perhaps they're just tired of redoing Dr. Claw and Mad all the time. I don't see how you could get tired of that. I actually have a cat named Mad Cat, who I named after Dr. Claw's favorite feline. But they wanted to go on a new angle, and I suppose after all these years you can't blame them for that. I just don't think the supernatural would be a good fit for Inspector Gadget. But really, as long as they don't have the stupid talking Gadget-mobile in it, I would give it a pass. And so that's the Inspector Gadget television show that never was. Apparently not enough people signed up. They didn't drum up any real interest in making this project a reality, and it's kind of a shame, but on the other hand, sometimes these sort of things, you know, as much as we want to see them redone, I think some projects are just best left, you know, enjoy your originals, be happy with your memories, go back, get the DVDs of the first series, and I think that's where you're going to find Gadget at his gadgetiest. Alright, so this has been the Starving Martian. Guys, let me know in the comments below. What's your favorite Inspector Gadget project that's come after the original series? Or have you only seen the original series? Do you think this show would have worked? What would be your proposal for an Inspector Gadget show? Let me know. We'll chat about it in the comments. Until next time, keep watching the skies. Because, you know, there might be some guy with a helicopter coming out of his hat, landing right on you. Catch you later. Bye.